Hey, yo, peace, family. This is Lord Jamar for the Yanadameen Godcast. And if you watch the Godcast, you know my number one sponsor is Miracle Food. That's right, Miracle Food, the perfect cleanse and reboot for a healthy immune system. And these times, you know, a healthy immune system is very important. It's also anti inflammatory. Miracle Food has Moringa, black seed oil, beet root oil. It also contains CBD. Miracle Food is just what it says. Miracle Food. Brought to you by my brother, the Chakra Doctor. So this is a black-owned company, y'all. We promote black-owned companies here on the Godcast. Okay, so go to chakradoctor.org and get your Miracle Food today. Tell them Lord Jamal sent you. Peace. We in the house. Miami in the place. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up for this live edition of You Know What I Mean Godcast. What you think, Lord? I am Lord Jamal.
And I'm Artie Stacks.
And we got my man
DJ Selfborn
up in the house. And yeah. Thank you, Miami, for welcoming us down. This is my brother for many years, DJ Selfborn. He is a DJ producer extraordinaire, a Miami staple. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Matter of fact, go ahead.
You were doing a great job. Originally from Chicago, moved down to Miami almost 20 years ago, and been just doing it for the culture ever since, man. Like years, like you said, years and years back. I like to say I carry the flag for old school hip hop and classic hip hop, classic music. So I'm always showing my brother love.
That's what's up. Yo, peace to all the Godcast family. That's in the I see y'all. That's right. They said peace to Rage. Yo, rest in peace to Rage. Fact checker Rage. We love you. We miss you. And that's some real Godcast family right there that's shouting out Rage. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, we here on a Sunday on this special. I don't think we ever did a Godcast on a Sunday before. Um,
It's a classic Sunday.
It's a classic Sunday. Okay. Classic Sundays. That's the name of your party down here, right?
Love Hate Classic Sunday. That's why we had to do it when you were like, I'm coming down, we'll be here for the weekend.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna bring the family together. We're gonna do the Love Hate Classic Sunday. That's why you see the shirts, you see.
That's what's up. That's
and
what's
I know
up.
there's a lot of people out there around everywhere. Y'all know about it. Y'all know about the party.
That's what's up.
So every Sunday, huh?
So that's a story in itself.
Okay. Word.
So we're talking about, I would say, I like to make up some dope stats and shit. I say like voted Miami's number one classic party, classic spot, all of that. So it started out as a party. We did it for 7 years, literally every Sunday. And it started out as a party and I actually took over the spot. So by the time we started getting down was like we were doing shows and I was spinning, doing, brand Nubian shows, DJing and all of that. So a couple times you came down and actually performed. I did the joint. And one time was when I actually had them come through, and everybody that comes through, they see that it's once you walk in, you feel like you walk right back into the culture, right back into that time. And so that literally lasted up until 2013 and turned it into a pop-up. And here we are.
Bing bang boom.
So you're originally from New York, yes? Chicago. Watch your face. Okay. Hey, Midwest repping. I broadcast out of St. Louis, out the Lou, so Midwest. So my question is, DJ Selfborn, not to be confused with DJ Self out of New York City. No.
No.
Nah, it's the God. It's the God.
Okay. That's a drop right there.
Yeah. It's the God. DJ. So listen, we here. We in Miami. We outside, as a lot of people like to say right about now. You know, this is a nice spot, the Sylvester.
Like how it's like that's my name. See, self-born, so it'd be like, let's do some shit.
Okay.
Self-born at the Sylvester.
I see a family.
So he said, "Yo, why don't you come down? Do you know what I mean?
So
Do the Godcast."
So approve. I spoke into existence.
Absolutely.
Because look, we built. It was maybe about a month ago, right? And I hit him out the blue, like, because we hadn't built in a minute, and y'all have been saying some dope. Y'all been saying some shit. So I literally just hit him like, yo, man, I want to tell you, you got listeners out here. Always tell them about my bro in here. Like, we always having conversations. I'm like, you got somebody listening. This shit is dope. We need to figure out something again to bring your ass out here. We need to just do something. Just throwing it out. Nothing known, like nothing specific. Literally just saying, like, fuck it. Just try to do something. Right. And then 2 weeks later, this nigga hits me. He's like, yeah, peace, God. I'm coming down to Miami. I'm like, all right, peace. All right. And then it went from there. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, well, fuck it. You be here. Let's do some shit. Right. I'll throw some shit together since your ass will be here.
That's what's up.
So that's how powerful my mind is. You see that?
So listen, let's get into what we do.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, the God. First of all, they in here talking about, oh, Lord Jamar looks skinny. Shut the fuck up. I've been skinny.
Because you see next to his work.
The fuck out of here.
Next to his work.
They're looking at my legs.
They're
looking at my legs.
You sitting too close to the work.
First of all, I see you try to
you gotta just
bulk up a little bit.
I work on my immune system.
And then he's like a young Buddha out this motherfucker. I'm just looking like, oh yes, come on in. It's okay. Yeah.
What up?
Oh well, that's a little extreme now.
I'm sorry.
That's a little extreme. You just gonna be getting up on fame and shit. Like what the fuck? But all right. So listen, Stacko, you know how we do. Usually, you in the Lou with Big Stu. Shout out to Big Stu. But right now we here together. So I'm gonna pass you the mic, and I have no idea really what you're gonna ask me, type of shit. So you go ahead, ask me what the fuck you want to ask me, and we'll see where this takes us.
Let's get it cracking, man. Okay. Let's get it cracking, man. Yes. First off, shout out to the Yanadameeners. Shout out to Miami, Florida. Yes, sir. Now I know in Miami, man, you guys are real picky. Is this Dade County, Fort Lauderdale? What? I don't want to mess up. Huh? All right.
Ain't even all from Miami.
Okay, let's get it. Hey, but let's just say this is the Yanadameen Godcast Miami edition. Lord Jamar, man, let's get into it. Alabama City Council member Tommy Bryant uses the racial slur. Did you hear about that?
No. Who's Tommy Bryant?
He's the okay. He's a black council member. Okay, in Alabama.
He's a black council.
No. Excuse me. He was talking about a black mayor in Tarrant, Alabama. And he is a white Caucasian male that used a racial slur pointing to other black council members. And what he was saying is he's not going to apologize, nor is he going to recant or step down, because now there's a word for him to resign. He said, I refuse to resign, because what he was doing was what he was basically.
What did he say? What was the racial slur?
He used the word house, N-word, basically. Yes.
You don't want to say it. You're trying to do some
yes. Okay. So basically he was saying the mayor of Tarrant, he was repeating. He wasn't personally saying it, but he was repeating a quote from a black mayor from the city of Tarrant in Alabama. So what's your take on that? He's basically saying, I'm not saying this. I'm repeating.
So yeah, so this is a white boy who's repeating what he said he overheard a black mayor say, but he said it to another black person.
No, he said it in a meeting while he was pointing to the other black city council members. He says, now do we have any
house niggas
in here? So what do you think about that? I mean, that's kind of along the lines of when white kids are reciting rap songs and they use the N-word.
Yeah, but no, I don't know if it's akin to that. I mean, first of all, his excuse is some bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, he's the one that said it. I'm repeating. Like, it don't matter if he's the one that said it. Like, what gives you the right as a white man to ask, are there any house niggas in here right now? Like, and if they were to answer you with the, what if they was the, what if they said no, but there's some field niggas in here? Bow, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just gall. It's just that white entitlement to feel like they could say or do. He said the what?
The caucasity.
The caucasity. Yeah.
So he was basically saying, I want you to know the type of language that the black mayor is using. He said house nigga, not me. I'm repeating it in the city council meeting so you can know what kind of person he is.
So he just basically trying to be a snitch ass, but then he crossed the line while in the act of snitching. That's what you're telling me? All right. I mean, but here's the thing, like, me hearing a black mayor say house nigga is not offensive to me, because house nigga is something that we as black people understand culturally, whereas somebody else coming from outside the culture and using it, they don't understand the nuances that go with it. They don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The culture and the history.
Yeah, the delicacy of shit like that. So yeah. I'm not fucking with that. I'm not mad that the mayor said that, and it's cool. What'd you say? You can't borrow a slur? That's a good one. Clap it up. He said you can't borrow a slur to use against us, and that's real shit right there. Before we go any further, real quick, I want to say everybody that's in the chat right now, make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe. See, I'm looking at this camera. I need to be looking up here. I'm not used to it. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Click the notification bell. Also, make sure you share right now. Okay. If you share, everybody on your joint, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll have this room filled up crazy right now.
In Miami, bring your ass to the Sylvester.
Big Stu, he said he's on the applause button. I see y'all.
Big Stu.
All right, so that's that. Fuck that dude. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna stay on this same vibe before we switch it up, Lord Jamar. Are you familiar with Camila Cabello? Do you know who that is? I didn't know who she was either.
Now Cypher.
I didn't know who that was. Okay, she's a singer, songwriter. So she was recently on Jimmy Fallon, and they had a performance on Jimmy Fallon. She's a singer songwriter. I'm assuming she's from the Latin community. Well, one of her background dancers, a lot of her fans were getting on her head saying, "What is he doing putting on brown face?" She had to clean it up and say, "No, it's not brown face. He was trying to portray a 80s background dancer, like a break dancer, and it was just a very bad spray tan job."
Here we go again. This is This is almost the same story that you just said, but in a different context. Here we go, borrowing some shit again in an offensive manner that you don't understand, that you're not culturally privy to, and you just feel like you can just do that because, because I think it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? This shit is cool, man. I'm going to fucking do it. Like, yo, like,
Why do you think they're being more? It seems like it's being
and look at the excuses too. The
Right.
excuses always like, I don't know, it's not me. Like I wasn't trying to. Yeah. Right. Like, oh man. Are y'all trying to make me the bad guy?
What about the dynamic that he was a white background dancer? What about the dynamic that he was a white background dancer on stage on was it Jimmy Fallon, right? But she's from the Latin community, and if she's saying that no, it was a bad spray tan job, too much spray tan, he was just trying to look like he's from the 80s. So he's a white man doing this, but she's from the Latin community. Cuban, okay, Cuban. Does that make any difference? Should we listen to her what she's saying? What's your take?
No, not if he's white. If he's white and he's trying to, I mean, there's a fine line between a spray tan and trying to look like you black. So what was he doing? Was he spray tanning or was he trying to look like somebody that was black? If you say that the character that he was trying to portray is black, then this is a white dude who altered his skin through some sort of makeup to do that, then that's what we consider blackface, and that's not cool. Okay? So fuck out of here. I don't care if she's Latino and she's trying to. You got niggas that's trying to justify shit every day. Like, you know what I mean? That don't make it right. We drinking liquid death and shit.
Wow.
Right now. Don't make it right.
Wow.
Liquid death.
So there's a mountain water. I don't even want to really promote this shit, but there's a mountain water called Liquid Death. We're drinking it. It's not bad. It's in the can, but I'm thirsty. That's the only reason I'm drinking it.
You'll enjoy it since you're thirsty. Yeah.
We got people just coming on in right now to the Sylvester here in Miami. Real casual vibe. People just coming on in. Yeah, this is what we do. That's right. That's right. Come on. Oh yeah. We filling up in here. It's gonna be a party in here later. We probably going to go live on IG later on the after party and have some some tunes. 1 and 2, DJ Self-Born, DJ Lord Jamar. We're gonna do what we do. Matter of fact, I want to put up our respective you can follow me on IG, Twitter, and all of that.
Most people don't know you as a DJ. You're not known as a DJ.
I know, but I started as a DJ. That's Mr. Big Stacks. You can follow him on IG right there. DJ Self-Born. You can follow him on at DJ Self-Born. Follow him on IG and all of that everywhere. And that's what we do. Hold up. There we go. All right, I see y'all. Make sure you get those likes up, y'all. About 300 of y'all in the house. We got about 300 up in here. Shout out to my crowd. Yeah. Oh, man. It's crazy in this motherfucker. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. Don't. Stop pushing, y'all. Stop pushing. Chill. Yeah. So, all right, let's continue, y'all.
Oh, so check it out, man. I'm loving this MIAO, Miami, Florida vibe, DJ Self-Born. I was on South Beach walking the strip, man, and in the Ocean Drive. They got it blocked off now. You can't even push your whips down on Ocean Drive. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But what's going on in Miami, Florida? I'm loving the vibes, but this is the weekend for Rolling Loud Miami. Lord Jamar, everybody, the who's who in current hip hop is in town this weekend. Did you hear about that Rolling Loud stage collapsing?
Yes, I did.
What's going on, man?
I don't know. Somebody fucked up in construction, obviously.
The whole thing just collapsed.
Yeah, well, thankfully, nobody got hurt. It wasn't the whole Rolling Loud shit wasn't even going on yet. So it was in preparation of it coming. I thought that this was some shit that happened while the shit was going down. I thought it was gonna, some sort of tragedy. When I first heard, a stage fell at Rolling Loud, like word. Right.
It's a transitional period of we got to really do the knowledge and pay attention to shit that you built before, because that shit may come down in this new life where we are today, just on some metaphor and literally, because we seeing it. So
yeah, well, I'm glad nobody got hurt, and it seems like they got the shit back up and running right away. Why? Yeah. First of all, let's talk about the insanity to me that is Rolling Loud. Because on the way here, talking to the Uber driver, and we're just talking about like the prices and all of that type of shit for a pass or whatever, like a 3-day pass. Are we talking like $2,000 or $1,500, some shit like that? Like, this is what motherfuckers is paying for one person to go to these concerts? That's crazy. And these shits be having thousands and thousands. Like, what in the highway robbery is going on?
Can't get a rental car. You can't book a hotel room. You can't get a rental car. You can't book a hotel room. Booked out. And the ones that are available, it's got to be illegal, Lord Jamar. They're price gouging, tripling the prices. $300 for a 2-star hotel.
Goodness gracious. Well, that's the kind of, you know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that these things bring. That's why they like those type, it brings revenue to a city. And that's why they love some shit like that. Motherfuckers gonna get locked up. That's gonna bring revenue. You know what I mean?
But it's already prepared for you. You sit back and you just see the timing of all the holidays. They know who's gonna come in town for what and all of that, and it becomes more of a hurting than a enjoyment. And you know who's gonna be hurt around.
The streets get shut. Streets get shut down on Black holidays. You saying?
Memorial weekend. It's like
right. I mean, I saw the traffic was crazy coming in here too, and I guess it was because of all of this Rolling Loud shit. But the traffic, if you wasn't in that HOV lane, which is, for I understand, y'all got to pay to ride in the HOV lane. Now that's some new shit. Cause what? Wow. See, that's a racket. Up north, you got to have like 2 or 3 people in the HOV lane. And wow. That's crazy. And the farther you ride, the more it costs, right? They always do that though. The highways always go through the Black community. In New York, the Cross Bronx Expressway, boom, went right through Black and Puerto Rican communities, some Jewish communities, but them niggas just got out of there.
Now I try to move. I was on Ocean last night and I was playing a joke because one of the homies from Dade County was telling me, I said, are those bolted down? It says Miami Beach and it's some green big metal industrial barricade. And I said, let me try to move it. So I tried to push it. It won't budge.
I mean, what you've been seeing in the news, like it's kind of tripped out. So being from Chicago, to see the shooting and to see the different stuff that's happening on South Beach, as well as seeing the same kind of activity you always see in the news. Any out of town to see Chicago and see what you see. So us seeing that on South Beach now, that's the reaction. It's a scary reaction to like who's on it because it's millennials. You know what I mean? And out of town, there's people who don't know, but locals, they all over here. Above a certain age and all that, we over here where
Now I want to say. Shout out to Miami-Dade County, the homie Greg out in the audience. Yes, sir, Greg. Yes, sir, Greg. Now, if you want to speak on, Greg was saying that a lot of the violence and the craziness going on in Miami is coming from the out-of-towners. And he brought up a good point. He said something about when you guys come into town, Greg was saying, you guys don't know how to act when you see the beautiful beaches and the beautiful water. He said, you're fascinated by the water. You want to get in the water. You're fascinated by the sands and the women everywhere that you don't know how to act. Next thing you do, you get intoxicated, don't know how to handle your drug of choice, and you wild out and start getting violence. Would you say that's a accurate description of what's going on?
that sounds so loaded. What you say? It's something about the energy of this city. And even South Florida, there's something about the heat. It's something about just having fun. Even like here with daytime, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock was very chill. Just something about you want to relax, you want to have a good time, you want to meet people, you want to. So of course, you throw alcohol in any mix, it's gonna be craziness involved. So I think the perfect storm of all of that. Relaxed. I want to, when you throw ego in, I want to do it up. And, he bought a bottle. You popped a bottle at your table. I got to pop a bottle at my table and sparklers and it's a whole culture of really who's got the biggest show. Okay. So when you add that show with the alcohol and like, I got money, it's a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
See, back in the days when I first started coming to Miami, it used to be like mad old people. And the only battles they had was who had the darkest tan, who had the illest hover round. That's the type of shit they used to battle with. Who had the life alert? Who had the strongest battery in their life alert? That was flossing back then. That was flossing in Miami back then. Who smelled the strongest of Ben Gay? But now it's a whole different Miami. Right. And Scarface and all that too. Scarface gave Miami a certain, cachet that made, I think, drug dealers and shit and people that wanted to feel that life want to come here. You know what I mean?
Just how it was back here. That's why I am in amazement of like how a city would just be built off of a TV show and drugs, and it's like out in the open, the most flashiest, all of the cars, all of that. I'm like, wow, like, and to watch, like now I sit and watch Miami Vice just to see the neighborhoods and shit. After living here for so long, you be like, damn. And my homies is like, Logan be laughing at me and shit like, nigga, that shit is old. We dealt with that a long time ago. So it's wild to me, like, just to see that culture of how free it is and really how open of any drug of choice. Like you said, drug of choice should be the underline of Miami.
Yes, man. Definitely we're enjoying our stay in Miami, man. Let's move on, man. Did you hear about the new allegations against Robert Kelly, Lord Jamar?
What in the blood clot? Now, is this some shit that somebody's just? I mean, you thought the man can't go any lower. Like you dragged the man down to the curb. Now we dragging them under into the sewer, down the pipes to where the real sludge is at. Are you telling? Is this real? Are they saying that your man was dealing? Now he's abusing little boys too. Say it ain't so, Aura. Say it ain't so. But here's the thing. You know, when people are sexually abused,
17-year-old boy.
huh?
Sexually abused of a 17-year-old boy.
Oh, they saying he sexually abused a 17-year-old boy?
And had him bring his partner over and he abused his
Say this again.
So
I don't even know the allegation. R. Kelly.
okay.
R. Kelly. Allegedly.
So allegedly, R. Kelly new allegations on sexually abuse of a minor of a 17-year-old boy first came to R. Kelly's home in hopes of being R.
That's why they all come to his home.
And he brought his homeboy as well to R. Kelly's house the next couple of times.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's looking good. It might go
Misery
from
loves company.
they're saying that there's like photos or videos the feds are saying that might surface.
So he peed on them boys too. This what you're telling me?
Oh man.
I mean that's what he do. Here's what I was trying to say earlier though. But like, supposedly R. Kelly was sexually molested and all that when he was young, right? So again, this might be more of the symptoms of abuse. You know what I mean? That this man,
Right. Hurt people type shit.
yeah, like and depending on what happened to him, because he might have not been truthful, because he said that his his older sister, did something to him. That she was the one that molested him, but did Uncle Ray or something do something too?
Yeah, it's not funny, but
Because I'm just saying, like, because that would explain this type of behavior, right? Because
why does it always come out later?
what do you
Much later. It just came.
Why does what come
when
out?
Did this supposedly happen?
It's not too long ago. Recent. These are new allegations.
But wait, when did he do this? He's been in jail for a minute. So when did he have time to do this?
Well, what the feds are doing is they're saying that since these boys are coming out, well, I don't want to get into the timeline of when but I don't know how they were 17 at the time. Okay, so there's no telling how old. They're probably adults now. So they're coming forward with their story now for whatever reason, and the feds are saying, yes, this is what we need to put the frosting on the cake. You understand? Gotcha. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, man, I just say it shit gets sicker out here, man.
But Lord Jamar, I wanted to touch on what you were saying with the abuse, him being abused. That's in no way condoning it. Let's put that disclaimer out there. No. And at what point do we seek counseling or do what we got to do on our end to take accountability and not do these types of things?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We live in a society that I feel almost rewards you for like wallowing in your lower self. You know what I mean? Like for doing the wrong thing, for not having discipline, for not having morals. Like they reward you for that type of shit. So when you need to have the strength to not do some savage shit, wherever it may be, you know what I mean? Because for some people, it's doing sexual deviancy. For some people, it's shooting and killing people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways that you can be foul. That you know what I mean? And there's a lot of ways that you cannot be foul. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes it takes strength of character. And a lot of times we don't have that in this society. They don't want you to have that because you're going to need it at some point in your life to be successful. And they don't want the average person to be successful. So, you know, yeah, they'd rather you rely on fear and shit that like that than to rely on, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Now, Lord Jamar, in your years in the music industry, have you ever crossed paths or been on tour with Robert Kelly? Is there anything to your knowledge that maybe you saw some red flags or anything? If you did,
No. Robert Kelly, I feel he was much bigger at a little later, you know what I mean? We were still making music and stuff, but you know, I was never on tour with him. Although I heard stories about, when he was on tour and when he come through the hall, people gotta like clear the hall and they can't look at him. You got supposed to turn your back and all this crazy maniacal bullshit that a nigga with a lot of money just trying to see what he can get niggas to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how far can I go with this shit? You know what I mean? So that's what I heard, but I never seen that. And if I was there,
hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa.
You can't look at art.
So you mean
You got the golden child?
you mean to tell me he would walk into the room?
He would walk down, like say like you was in Madison Square Garden,
Okay.
in the back and in the hallway where everybody's supposed to walk.
Like the other artists and everything.
Right.
Okay.
They would like clear it out or some shit, or you're not supposed to like look at the nigga or some shit like that. This is what I heard.
Some kind of God complex or something. Wow.
You know what I mean? When niggas feel like they're on top of the world, that's when you get like all green M&Ms in your dressing room and shit like that.
Right. What do they call that?
Yeah.
Like the writer, right? For your writer. Okay. That's really interesting that you mentioned that. Do you think that falls in line with what they were saying about women can't come out of the room and that kind of stuff? You know the stories. I'm pretty sure you've seen Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah, what are you talking about here?
Well, it kind of falls in line. It sounds like it falls in line with his personality. There was, where they were saying he was telling girls they can't come out of the room. They can only come out of the room when it's time for them to eat, like when it's feeding time. And it kind of falls in line with, hey, don't look at me when I'm in the backstage of Madison Square Garden. It kind of,
yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. But now I'm also thinking, now you remind me of that. Didn't he have one of those girls dressed up like a little boy?
whoa.
That part.
Wow.
Oh, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that part.
Yo, he had one of those little girls dunked up like a little boy. And now, fast forward to what we just said a little while ago. Now it's starting to make sense. Uh-oh. I just put two and two together. Sometimes it be a little slow, but it came back in the memory banks. I know we can't. Whoa. And I thought that was a little weird. Like, why would you do that? I think she was actually kind of a pretty girl, too. She was a pretty girl. Why would you do that? If you like girls, why would you transform this girl into a boy? Unless you like boys. Flag. The crowd said flag on the play. And I concur. That's like a 50-yard penalty, That might be 100-yard penalty, Aura. Like, for real, that's a bad penalty, Aura.
Aura, please say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so.
I'm saying, and now you can only imagine. Wait, what did the little girl say? See, the little girl was real quiet too. I think the little girl has got a lot of secrets. The little girl knows. She's not a little girl no more. I'm calling her a little girl because she was kind of little. She's a girl, but she, you know, yeah, that's crazy.
I hope it's not so. I hope it's not so.
Like, would you do that?
Never. Now, Cypher.
Like, would you get a good-looking girl and turn her into a little boy?
Yo, are you serious right now?
I'm just asking you, like, why would somebody? Yeah, I'm just,
No.
just why, by a show of hands, or make some noise if you would turn a pretty girl into a guy, guys. How about? So y'all saying y'all wouldn't do that? Make noise. Right. You want a woman to be woman. If you want a woman to be a woman, make some noise. Man. Now I hope they don't shut us down for that. Because this is YouTube. What? They love women? What? What? They want a woman to be a woman? Yeah. Goodness gracious. Do you have any questions for me?
Man,
For the God?
how y'all doing? How are y'all? How y'all? That's one. That's the first one. Because I want to know, y'all. You good? You enjoying Miami? Enjoying?
This is great.
All right. So, how are you feeling about doing your vibe and your conversation and your show? How you like being in Miami doing it? Give me that feedback, because I'm here to bless you all with the space, the time and the space.
Well, why don't you go first?
Man, that's yeah. Thank you. Hey, man, that's a good question. I was actually telling the God yesterday, man, hey, we need to do this more often, like quarterly. That's how I feel. Before this worldwide pandemic, I used to travel back and forth like once every 3 months, just on some music tip, And I was actually telling the God MC, hey, man, maybe we need to do this quarterly and take it on the road to Miami.
You see how we put it together?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, this shit is dope, man. Shout out to the energy in the room, everybody in the room. Love the energy in the room. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all for being in the house, man. Yeah, this is dope. Like, the last time that we did shows like this was when we were in Brooklyn. We at the Black Lady Theater. Shout out to the Black Lady Theater, Omar, Sharice. Once again, rest in peace, Rage, because he's the one that I actually had got us up in the Black Lady Theater. And we used to have a live audience at the Black Lady Theater as well. And it was a different vibe, It wasn't necessarily live on YouTube at that time, although sometimes we'd go live, yeah. But we would have more of a 3-camera setup and all this type of shit. Edited, yeah. It was a lot of fucking production, a big headache. But so this is a more streamlined version, as far as when the whole, scamdemic started going down.
So, I got another one.
Sure. Wait, hang on. Yes. So what I'm saying is, it's great to be, in front of people doing this live, and then also doing it live here on StreamYard, because this is something that I think I discovered StreamYard later. Like, you know what I mean? I think dudes was using Zoom before, and I'm telling you, StreamYard is the joint. That's the way to go.
And so, speaking to that, I want to give you your flowers now. Like, definitely peace to the God, and really, like, proud in the dopest sense of the word of seeing the niche you carved in terms of being commentary, man, being a voice. Like I told you, I want to tell you all the time, like, being a voice out here for what a lot of cats are really sitting thinking. You be in your room by yourself and there's a lot of thoughts. You be like, yeah, and there's nobody out there saying it. So first and foremost, just saying appreciate that. And it's just dope to see you evolve into what you've been able to become in this space. So now, going from legendary hip hop artist, always building on knowledge, always coming from that angle, did you see a challenge, or was it easier to transition into let's say the voice, as we've got, drink champs, we got Breakfast Club, we got this era now of, everything from shock jock to just everybody's a journalist and a blogger. Did you feel that your legendary status supported your transition, or were there any bumps along the way to come to where you are now from where you started?
Um, yeah, I think my status definitely supports and has supported what I say. It gives validity to what I say. People know, the extent of my knowledge, especially about this hip hop shit, especially about 5% Nation and all things connected to that. Um, the real challenge I see though is like in the times we live in is actually telling the truth. Like telling the truth is challenging right now. Right. To without being censored and without being stifled by technological means and algorithms and all this bullshit and feel like you're triggering certain things by saying certain words and all this. Um that's what's challenging to someone like me right now is being able to really, you know what I mean? Truly, say a lot of things that, more blunt how I'm used to saying them. You know what I mean? And that's getting more challenging by the day right now. This is why we have to create our own platforms. You know what I mean? YouTube can't be the only game in town. We have to have our own servers, our own way to distribute what we're talking about. Um, but it's happening. I just recently got contacted by some brothers that's apparently doing something like that. So we're going to see what's up. Um, but this is where we're at right now. And this is a challenging, this is the challenging part of what's going on.
Well, I'm a hustler. I said that from episode 1. I try to get my hands in a lot of things I possibly can, but it's got to be things that I resonate with. So I resonate with the God MC. So I'm saying, let's jump out the window. Let's get it cracking. You're doing your thing with the other guy over there. Maybe we can give the people what they want, uncut, unfiltered. So I'm more of a serial entrepreneur.
Peace to Stephanie Akinaman Robert Stevenson. Appreciate you. Peace, Queen. All right.
Yeah, man. Man, I think it's a little bit of hip hop history here, Lord Jamar. Meg Thee Stallion, the first female rapper on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess that's cool. Yeah. Do I don't hear a lot of guys excited about this right now. They're like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Oh,
good point.
Well, he said, what sport does she play? Now, in defense of that, traditionally they would have models that would get that spot. You know what I mean? And so those models weren't playing any sports, but they got the cover. Okay. My thing is, as a man, I don't know how y'all feel, but we could talk about it. And let's just keep it real. Like, is Meg Thee Stallion the prettiest? Is she the type I would necessarily think of to be on Sports Illustrated? She's all right. She's all right. She's all right. Like, I feel like she's one of those industry, when the industry tries to gas somebody up and make you feel like they do this with actresses all the time. Like certain actresses that they want you because they're good actresses, but they sacrifice their beauty for their talent. But they want you to feel like they're the love interest and all of that. You know, for example, I always use this girl, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
She's an actress.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, ugly as fuck. I'm sorry. She's not pretty. And they try to gas you up into making you think that, oh, yo, she's a leading lady. No, she's not. I don't care how many finger waves she had in her hair, whatever the fuck. You not pretty, Maggie Gyllenhaal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, and we got some black actresses like that too. But I'm not gonna.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, I definitely give Meg the Stallion like a 6, an adjustable 6, like what your man Kevin Samuels. See, you could dress a 6 up, you could bring it up to about an 8. Yeah, with good lighting and shading. You know what I mean?
Makeup artist.
Yeah, good adjusting, corseting. You can get a 6 to an 8. And that's probably what they, first of all, you notice what they did for the Sports Illustrated, because now you got the best of makeup artists and all that at your disposal and all that type of shit. Is this a milestone? Oh, they say she's the first hip hop artist. Were hip hop artists aspiring to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated prior to this? Like did MC Light get turned down years ago? And now she just broke the glass ceiling. Like, what makes this historic?
Well, because she's the first female rapper to be on Sports Illustrated.
So there were male rappers on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Well, we can probably say first rapper, period. Just happened to be female.
Well, first of all, the swimsuit issue, goddamn it, better remain women on it. Matter of fact, hold up, no.
I was about to say,
Didn't they have a transformer? I think so. They might have had one of those.
They weren't a rapper though.
They might have had a transformer. I'm not sure.
They weren't a rapper though. She's the first.
No. Right.
like why?
Well, I don't know. Like,
I would have much rather seen Nicki Minaj.
now I had said I would have expected somebody like a Nicki Minaj. If it was going to be a female rapper, I would have thought she would have been the first one to do it. But, you know,
Why a rapper?
because rappers are pop culture, you know what I mean? And these female rappers, I don't know. I guess they're trying to find other avenues.
Are we running out of like nice looking women in sports? Like, what's up with the
Well, again, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is never about female athletes. It was always about models. Yeah.
But
Usually they were natural, though, yes?
yeah, natural, and then it would be some sort of athletic connection.
No, I don't think there was an athletic connection. I think the only athletic connection was they put them in swimsuits. They put them,
An athletic.
yeah, and swimming is an athletic activity.
Always speaks to
It was always about going to fly places and having models and putting them on the cover. That's what it was. And I'm just saying, if you're used to like every year waiting, finding out who the hottest models in the world and who's going to be on the cover, and then they give you Meg the Stallion, you might be a little disappointed, is all I'm saying. Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Huh? Maybe.
it's deliberate. Like, you're feeding me these characters. You're being fed characters. That's my
What else you got?
All right, man. Let's keep it. One more question. Let's keep it on these the females in the entertainment industry. Did you hear? It's now official. J.Lo and Ben Affleck officially together after she told, I believe she told A-Rod, hey, we're just going to take a little break. And then 1 month later, now it's official. So speak on it. What do you think, man? Is J-Lo an industry whore, man? Is she just bouncing around from ballers to ballers? I want to know your opinion on this, man.
Yeah. um, yeah, like you think she's Jenny from the block. Jenny's never going back to the block. Let's just get that straight now. She's gonna go in the exact opposite of where the block was. So whoever got the most money to take her the furthest away from the block, that's who she gonna rock with. You know what I mean? Um, and it was a successive, you know what I mean? Puffy, fucking what's the other guy? Well, Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony has some bread. Mark Anthony has some bread, but then she said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna outdo Mark Anthony's bread." Well, Diddy was before that. Diddy was the first. That was her first bread opportunity. You know what I mean? And I seen her. I seen them together back then. You know what I mean? Like, um,
Miami, let's get it. I just looked up. I love Miami.
anything's possible, but yeah, I don't know. Anything's possible, but yeah, yeah, it was.
It was like,
Ah,
so it came out. It came out from her best friend's IG page because both Ben Affleck and J.Lo were keeping it secret. They didn't put it on their social media.
but here's the thing. I mean, they was together. It's not like she now moved to another millionaire dude. You know what I mean? That's would have been a little excessive. Like, you know what I mean? It's like at least she went somewhere that she was comfortable and she, that she knew. I don't know what he was doing. Whatever. I don't know. I always thought they was weird though together. Like, I feel like I liked her when she was with Mark Anthony. Like they was like Puerto Rican royalty. You know what I mean? Like, and they really was. Like, I bet you any Puerto Rican room they stepped in, like nobody was fucking with them. Like, you know what I mean? Oh shit, they go to Puerto Rican king and queen right there. And then so she needed more of that, but then now she's coming back to mainstream. She got the goalie commercials and shit. So maybe Ben is better for a brand. Her new branding is gonna go more mainstream. Maybe she just love him, right? Oh, he had a lot of addictions. He had a poker addiction. He was an alcoholic and all kind of shit. Um, we'll see if that baggage comes into the relationship. If he comes home on a drunken binge one night after losing 50 thou, just on a humble, you know, and she's riffing and shit. And, shut up, not now.
Address that.
A serial lover.
Serial lover.
I mean that. Well, some people, yeah.
No monogamy, but you just fall in love, you continue to fall in love, almost like it's a sickness.
Is there such thing as serial lover?
Well, I mean, I think people find a way to have like, that's another way of just polygamy. You know what I mean? Like of just not being with one person. Like, you know what I mean? Like men and women do it. You know what I mean? There's what was her name? Elizabeth Taylor and shit. How many fucking husbands did she have? Like 6, 7, like, you know what I mean? Like crazy.
Right.
I don't know. It was a lot. I don't know if it's 6 or 7, but it was a lot.
Good perspective.
But yeah, mad, you know, like white dudes be having a lot of this is my fourth marriage and all that type of shit. But then they'll say that a man can't have this many wives, but they had 4 wives. It was just at different times, like, you know what I mean? Where you got Muslims that's maintaining their house with 4 women at one time, but they don't want to let you do that. You know what I mean? Because that's
Brother Polite, he has like 7, right?
Brother Polite got quite a few. I don't know his number, but Brother Polite got quite a few, and it works for him.
6
Said 6?
currently.
Okay. You got more?
Yeah. All right, are we almost? So I got a couple more for you. Okay. So I got a couple more for you. Out of the 2, you want to end off light, serious, or hard? You want top as far? I mean, as far as I mean, silly topic or hardcore topic? What you want to end off with? I'm gonna put it that way. Lighthearted or heavy-hearted? You want to end off with lighthearted, heavy-hearted? We're gonna end up with the silly topic. We're gonna end it with the silly topic. All right. Let's. So I'm gonna skip it. We're gonna go into this. All right. Louisiana dad was shot dead by a 17-year-old boy.
No, 14-year-old.
No, 17-year-old boy
His 14-year-old daughter
got caught climbing up a ladder, sneaking into the bedroom of his 14-year-old daughter. This has happened in the past. He pulls him to the side and is like, hey, they get into a heated argument. 17-year-old boy shoots and kills the dad of the 14-year-old daughter, man.
And this is a black man that it happened to.
Yes, 34-year-old Desmond Hamilton.
Woo! Now, anybody here that has a daughter, could you imagine? Could you imagine a little nigga climbing up the window, trying to get up in your crib? He was in there. And she's 14, he's 17.
Was it on the way in or on the way out?
He was in the crib.
And this is not the first time he did it.
The father didn't approve of the relationship.
Why would he? She's 14.
Well, I'm just saying he knew about the relationship. It wasn't like it caught him off guard.
Right. He knows the little dude.
Yes.
And I'm assuming they was fucking, yes?
And this time the argument ended up in the father getting shot, multiple gunshot wounds.
Like you sneaking into my house to try to have sex with my daughter
They did not.
while I'm here?
Yes.
Like that's some ballsy shit. So you sneaking in my house to have sex with my daughter while I'm here, and you bring a firearm with you. Whoa.
Well,
I wonder what's worse.
we don't know whose firearm it was.
If it was his,
We don't know if it was. They didn't differentiate if it was the father or the 17-year-old.
He could have fucked around and came down and got
My odds would go on it was the 17-year-old. It was his firearm. Unless he's disarming fathers and all that type of shit.
Be going in there with that kind of energy.
Because Pops grabbed him up before and he's scared of Pops.
But it seemed like
Pops grabbed him up and said, nigga, I catch you in here sneaking in my house again, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
But I think
Now get your ass out of here.
Pops didn't hear shit. Or he only heard something, not knowing what he hearing.
And now he got the little nigga shook. He told me the next time I come back, I'm gonna kill. He gonna kill me. But love, conquers all. That little nigga said, well, I'm still going back, though. Let's not get crazy. That's the. I like that young girl.
It was around 8 a.m. on a Monday morning.
8 a.m. Okay, so here's what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. He thought that daddy already left for work. This was the old. Oh, and come on. We all used to do it. Let's tell the truth. This is the old. Wait for your parents to leave from work. We cut school. We go to the crib. And we hang out for the day. Whatever that may mean. You know what I mean? For me, actually, it used to be, we used to cut school and just go DJ all day. You know what I mean? At the crib, play break beats and all that. But, you'd have your days where, you sneaking in somebody's crib and all of that type of shit. We've all done it. But I never even thought that I would, like, if I got caught, that I would, like, pull a gun on this person's pops, on the parent. Like. Okay, I'm a quick story. Like, this is true story. Like, here I am doing some dumb shit like this. Stepfather comes home. I gotta hide in the closet now. We're in an apartment building, 5 stories up. There's no jumping out the window. And this is a fucking big man too. Like, this guy's like 6'5". He's actually worse than James Evans. Cause this guy, he was like, he worked for the loan shark. He worked for a loan shark, and he was the guy that'll break your legs if you, yeah. And I'm sneaking into his crib. And so, yeah, I could remember patiently waiting in a closet for, an hour or so. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Never thinking, yo, if I get caught, I'm gonna kill this nigga. Like, and I was.
That's why I think the father woke up hearing some shit like, nah, I'm gonna go get my thing. Because she would never be sneaking somebody in.
Nah.
Well,
because this is a different era. See, I'm from a different era where I don't know, that just wouldn't have crossed my mind. Like, you know what I mean? And I was having guns, all kind of shit at that age.
Your father in your crib, you may go hear something and go get thing,
right,
and walk through the crib. You see a young motherfucker,
right,
in your crib, especially if he's moving like he's familiar.
Well, they had a conversation that turned into an argument.
First of all, if I'm not familiar with him, I might just fire, and he's never gonna get.
What I'm saying, he was able to get close enough to where there's some sort of confrontation.
They had an argument.
Right.
They had an argument, and Shorty takes the gun from him and fucking shoots him.
But first of all, that's a lesson for your ass. First of all, get training.
Yeah.
Get gun training.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Because if you had gun training, there'd be certain protocols that if you did have your gun out, you'd never let this man approach you. Okay, here's the thing. Do you know how long it takes for a person to cover 21? Is it 21 feet? Yeah, 21 feet. You know how long that takes? 2 seconds. 2 seconds for someone for 21 feet to be right in your face, right on you. So if you're a gun owner and all this type of shit, you better fucking, you know what I mean? Get proper training. Understand that if you do have your shit out, somebody could fucking disarm you and all that. And you better be prepared for that type of situation. You know what I mean? Somebody grab your gun, you better be wrestling like a motherfucker and have your motherfucking K-bar on the other side and get off of my shit, nigga.
Imagine how the 14-year-old daughter feels, man.
Right, and that's another thing. How does the daughter feel? You invited the the man, the killer. You invited the killer into your home. Worse than that, into your body. Ouch. And now the guy that you thought you loved, who we all know by the time she was 15, probably wasn't going to be with this nigga anyway. She thought that was the love of her life, you know. And by the time she turned 15 or 16, it was a new love of her life.
But Pops is forever.
And now, right, but Pops is forever. And yeah, so let that be a lesson to you. Pops is forever. Like, wow.
All right, someone positive note while we get into these tunes.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna end it off with the light question. All right, let's get in it. So basically, we're gonna end off with a light note here. Go back. Your boy Jake Paul got a taste of that bag against Floyd Mayweather. So you hear about what he's doing?
What?
The YouTuber.
Wait, say that again. I didn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
the YouTuber Jake Paul.
Uh-huh.
He got a taste of that bag, and he wants more. Remember the Mayweather fight?
Yeah.
The Mayweather fight. So he wants more.
Shit about he should have knocked him out or something.
No, he's going after another bag. This time he's going to fight Tyrone Woodley. He's a former UFC champ, and they're taking on what's called a tattoo bet. So the loser has to tattoo on their body, "I love Jake Paul," or "I love Tyrone Woodley." So they're making another spectacle. The YouTuber now is going against the UFC fighter, and the loser's got to get the other nigga's name tatted on him.
That's what I'm saying. First of all, you know, he said sound like some white man shit. I mean, that shit sound. What do they call that shit? Like homoerotic. Like these niggas want to get tattoos of each other's name on each other. I love that. What? Why would you bet some shit like that? Let's just bet money or some shit like that. Like.
If Jake Paul
Or you know, I'm a dummy or some shit. Like, why would you want to tattoo another man's name on you as part of the loot and that you love them and all this type of shit? Like, what's that about?
Now Tyrone Woodley is black.
I know who Tyrone Woodley is.
Jake Paul is white.
Yes.
So I think you're right. Basically, Tyrone Woodley said, "Hey, this is stupid and silly, but yeah, I'm going to take on this bet because I know I'm not going to lose." So now it's potentially Jake Paul is going to have, yes, to get that tattoo.
Now, is this when he's fighting him MMA style or they just boxing?
Boxing. Same like the Mayweather.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel Tyrone got hands though, but yeah, you said he washed, but now if y'all can't hear the audience, they said he's specifically picking these people that he feels like, you know, he can beat or he can hang with.
Who's picking it?
Jake Paul.
I don't think he felt like he could beat Mayweather though. See what I'm saying?
Yo, I mean, who knows what he thought? Here's the thing, like, why does he keep getting to cut the line and be able to fight our elite fighters in these different genres just because he's a rich some rich white dude from YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, he got to shoot to fight Mayweather, and now Tyrone Wood. Like, these are serious champions. Like, these dudes, yes. And now you can just cut the line and we're like, you know, hey, I can make us a bag.
Having a name and somebody's willing to put some money behind you, bringing a bunch of motherfuckers together, whether you get your fucking head knocked off or not, they don't give a fuck. Oh, you got a name? Come on. How many followers you got? That's to that culture, to the followers.
Right. I mean, this shit is some bullshit if you ask me. I mean, I can't wait. And I mean, I guess what we all waiting for is the day that this Jake Paul get the shit beat out of him by one of these motherfuckers that he's thinking that he's gonna challenge. Let's clap it up for that. Um. So yeah, whatever, But it is like a train wreck. It's hard to not watch the shit. You know what I mean?
I'm
You
gonna do numbers.
Yeah, you want to not pay attention to it, but it's hard to not watch it. So if it does come on, you know, I'm sure we'll be fire sticking it or some shit like that. You heard? Um. So yeah, I think we about where we need to be. I appreciate everybody. Ah, shut the fuck up. You know what?
Got them trolls up in there.
Yeah, you always got some trolls. Here we go.
They in there trolling.
Block user. Fuck out of here. There is no real white boxers, they're saying, with any buzz. Enter Jake Paul.
I'm loving these Miami vibes with the music.
Yeah, that's right.
DJ Self. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
This is what I pretty much plan with. This is really fast.
That's what's up. Well, listen, we about to shut this down, man, and
We're gonna get music.
yeah, we're gonna get some music from that's right, Self-Born and myself. But we're gonna go to IG because YouTube be on that funny style, and they'll try to any record we play, they're gonna flag it and all that type of shit. So we about to be out of here. I ain't got my joint
Tell
to.
the people who's IG live to check out you on the ones and twos. You and DJ Self-Born.
Oh, check me out on at Lord Jamar.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could check us out on this joint right here, or you could check us out on
Love hate IG. You got your phone?
DJ Self-Born's joint.
Yeah, well, to do it live when we sign on with the music. We're about to do that now.
That's the name of your shit.
Love hate IG? Yeah, just when we go live.
That's the name of it. At Love Hate. Oh,
Oh yeah, at Love Hate Classic Sunday. At Love Hate Classic Sunday.
all right. We about to turn it up. Smoke some L's. Drink some alcohol. Do what we do. We appreciate y'all for coming through.
I love Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
We in Miami. Fuck y'all. Yes, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, it's the beginning.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all for talking shit about my skinny legs. Y'all can eat it. Y'all know what y'all could do.
They said,
You bitch ass motherfuckers.
it's like Lord Jamar shaped like Kevin Durant.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, motherfucker. I bet you I'm in better shape than your bitch ass. I'll tell you that. And I'm older than you. So listen.
They always the comments be off the chain.
Yo, if you just
Yeah.
look like I just randomly saw some shit like, wow.
I don't give a fuck.
That shit would have me laughing.
I ain't fat, bitch.
I'm in Miami, man.
So anyway, yeah. We out here. We appreciate y'all.
You in Miami, come to Sylvester.
That's right.
Google it.
Once again, for the Godcast, I'm Lord Jamar. That's Artie Stacks. This is DJ Self-Born. This is the people that's in the house of Sylvester. Make some noise. And we out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.